Call the Finance Committee meeting to order. We're gonna get started with resolution number 1.
Move it.
Oops, hold on.
Oh. We have
Second.
motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution number 2, effective 7/6/25, authorization for DSS.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, all in favor? Opposed? Carried. Resolution number 3, effective 9/6/25, authorization for DSS
Move
to
it.
fill one casework assistant.
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution number 4, authorization for DSS to amend resolution number 154/2025 to correct the dollar amount per hour.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution number 5, authorization to amend the 2025 budget for the Health Department to cover the cost for public health engineer.
Move it. Second.
We have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution number 6, effective 7/12/25, authorization to create and fill one public health engineer position.
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution number 7, authorization for the Health Department to renew contract with Cathode Ray Media. Cathode Ray Media to purchase an upgrade to ensure compliance with ADA Title
Move
II.
it. Second.
We have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution number 8, authorization to contract with the Columbia County Agricultural Society, Inc. to
Move it.
utilize.
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution number 9, authorization for OFA to award the bid for purchase of a new Toyota Sienna minivan.
Move it. Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution number 10, authorization for OFA to conduct a town-based survey of senior
Move it.
population needs.
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution number 11, authorization for the Department of Human Services to renew a contract with John Cali Consultant Nursing Services, Consultation Nursing Services.
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution number 12, authorization of the Department of Human Services to renew a contract with Astor Services, Inc. to utilize office space within the Department of Human
Move
Services.
it. Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Okay, we're gonna move on to public safety. Resolution number 13, authorization for the conflict vendor.
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Authorization for the Columbia, number 14, authorization for the conflict
Move it.
offender to enter.
Second.
I'll get it right. Did about 10 times.
Move them
All right, motion in a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution number
Move it.
15.
Second.
Motion in a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Second.
Carried. Resolution number 16, effective 9/6/25. Authorization to fill one assistant public defender
Move it.
position.
Second.
We have a motion in a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Or you were just so quiet because you were waiting for that one to come.
Resolution number 17, effective 9/6/25. Authorization for the public defender to fill
Move
one.
it. Second.
Motion in a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution number 18, effective 9/6/25, authorization for the sheriff to fill one senior
Move it.
investigator position. We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution number 19, effective 7/12/25, authorization for the sheriff of
Move it.
abolish
Second.
one. Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution number 20, authorization for the sheriff to amend resolution number 1642025 due to a need for additional bicycles for a newly formed bicycle patrol unit. We have a motion and a second.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution number 21, authorization for the sheriff to purchase one drone and to amend the
Move it.
2025 adopted budget. We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
I believe most of the money's coming from insurance.
That's the way it looks.
It's like $400 extra or something.
Right. We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution number 22, authorization for the sheriff to amend resolution number 1892025 for the purchase of 4 patrol vehicles, utilizing the mini bid process from New York State OGS contract number 1123-166.
Move it.
We have a motion, it's second,
Second.
motion and second, all in favor?
Jim, you would
Opposed?
know this,
Carried.
but why is it still difficult to get vehicles?
Some of these vehicles that these guys are getting, are specialized too.
But was it always difficult?
Used to be a
Years
little
ago, we get
difficult,
them in
but
a year.
it always was a little bit.
It always took long.
Yeah, it takes
But this
long,
has been, as you know.
but it's harder and harder.
Yeah, I know, but
Some of these
That's why-
equipment,
Is
COVID
this part,
stuff has to.
is this part of the 8 from way back a few years ago?
I think that's my point. I think it's just keeps, like.
These are all budgeted. The fourth.
I'm not concerned with any of it. I think
No.
it's-
The fourth one was because it.
one got wrecked.
my only concern was,
Yeah.
why is it still hard to get cars? Is my question.
That's a lot of the reason,
Yeah.
Yeah, and these things are, somewhat specialized the way the build is on. So, did we get that?
Yeah, you're
Okay,
set.
so resolution number 23,
It's actually a local law.
okay, a local law authorizing
Move it.
13.
Second.
Motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. County government, resolution number 24, authorization for MIS to enter into a paid membership.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution number 25, authorization for the BOA to
Move
accept grant
Second.
extensions. Motion in a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution number 26, authorization for real property to contract with Suzette Bowie
Move
for
it.
training and monitoring. We have a motion in a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution number 27,
On this one,
effective.
can I make a resolution to table to the end of the resolutions and then go into executive session?
This isn't the one.
This isn't the one you're looking at.
Okay.
I think it's 28.
Oh,
Yeah, I already looked.
Oh.
So we'll do 27 and I'll hold off 28. Yep. Resolution number 27, effective 9/6/25, authorization for the Veterans
Move it.
Agency to fill one deputy,
Second.
part-time position. We have a motion in a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. We're going to skip over resolution number 28 and we're going to move to Public Works. And we're going to go to resolution number 29, authorization for highway to increase the CHIPS
Move it.
expenditure. We have a motion in a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution number 30, authorization to grant the Columbia County Commissioner of Public Works to implement a policy regarding the transfer and/or disposal of fill. We have a motion in a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution number 31, the Director of Solid Waste is seeking authorization.
Second.
We have a motion in a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution number 32, authorization to adopt Columbia County Waste Reduction and Recycling Policy.
Move it.
Second.
We have a motion in a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution number 33, effective 7/12/25.
Move it. Second.
Motion in a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution number 34, effective 7/12/25, authorization for solid waste to fill one MEO1 position due to an unexpected passing of employee. We have a motion. We have a second. Motion in a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution number 35, authorization for solid waste to sell at auction 8 20-yard roll-off containers.
Second.
Have a motion in a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Okay, we're gonna go back to resolution number 28, with his authorization to fill one director of real property position for a 6-year term, annual salary $88,899
I'll
due
move
to
it.
a retirement.
I'd like to make a motion to go into
Well,
executive
let's
session.
get a motion in a second, then we can.
Second.
All right. We have,
All right, now you-
Yeah,
So I'll make a motion to
Now-
executive session to discuss personnel.
I'll second
okay,
that.
motion in a second, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, we'll continue the finance meeting. We're at resolution number 28, authorization to fill one director of real property position for a 6-year term.
We have a motion in a second.
We have a motion in a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I'm gonna
Carried.
vote no.
Excuse me?
I'm gonna vote no. Just think we
Okay.
should go out with the hiring process.
Okay. All right, well, congratulations, Mark.
Thank
Good luck to you, and
Do a good job.
do a good job. Does anyone else have anything before the finance committee?
Mark, just remember you're working on for our town next.
9 hours.
Motion adjourned.
Motion to adjourn, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay.